Good morning. Today is Monday, March 8th, and it is a Green Cohort Day. Calling all college-bound seniors and juniors. The following college will be hosting a virtual visit for interested students on 3/9/21. The University of Arizona at 4:30 p.m. Log into your Naviance account and find this visit under What's New on your homepage for additional information about this school and other college visits. Happy birthday today to Lila Jackson and Aaliyah Hill. And today we have a boys Nordic state meet at Craftsbury and JV and varsity girls basketball at Rice, 5 and 6:30. Please release the teams at 2:05. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone. I have some late announcements, some sports scores. The Kingdom Blades hockey team, women, continued their winning streak by defeating Middlebury on Saturday. Hilltopper athletes Lexi Mosher and Brooklyn Schwanier scored once apiece, and Clara Andre netted 2 goals in the win. Courtney Lewis had another strong evening in goal with 19 saves. Good job, guys. Boys hockey lost to Brattleboro 6-2, but put up a valiant fight. Varsity girls basketball lost to Spalding 45-26, but the JV team beat Spalding 48-33. Varsity boys basketball beat Spalding 47-45, and the JV team won 58-46. Well done, guys. The Alpine Hilltoppers opened the postseason in good form at Burke on Thursday. The boys team finished in 2nd place, just 3 points away from 1st place, and the girls team finished in 4th place. Tommy Zhao led the boys with his 2nd place finish out of 56 racers. Maggie Anderson led the girls with her 3rd place result. In the second part of the NVAC Alpine Championships, the giant slalom races, both the boys and the girls teams qualified for the state championships for the 7th year in a row. The girls came in 4th on the day and were led by Maggie Anderson's 3rd place finish. The boys won the day, and all 6 racers placed in the top 20, with 4 in the top 10. Congratulations to Tommy Zhao for taking 1st place. When the team score from both days were added up, the boys team won the combined NVAC title for the 2nd year in a row. Congratulations to the Hilltopper racers. So I'm very excited this morning. We have a small audience of folks from advisories. We have Ms. Angels and Mr. Bosco's advisories here. Welcome, you guys. It's nice to see you. I hope that everyone is enjoying the stronger sun that we saw yesterday and are seeing this morning. I am enjoying it very much. I'm thrilled that today, with our audience, we'll be beginning a series of chapel talks from students. Most of these students, not all, but many of these talks will be given by students in Mr. Lovett Sr.'s public speaking class. They're very fortunate, to my mind, to be learning this art and craft from Mr. Lovett, who is, to my mind, a world champion chapel talker. I have asked Mr. Lovett, as a special treat, to speak this morning, to introduce his student series and to share some of his wisdom about the importance and the purpose and the goals of Chapel Talks. Please join me in welcoming back to the fuller stage, Mr. Lovett.
Thank you, Dr. Howell. And I'd like to just start by thanking everyone who showed their support and sympathy and condolences for my family and me as we mourned the loss of my dad just 2 weeks ago. I'm thrilled to be here. Haven't been in Fuller Hall on this stage for a long time, for about a year, actually, if you think about it. So today we begin a series of chapel talks, as Dr. Howell said. And I want to just stress the importance of chapel, number one, as a gathering place. And although we are few here, we still gather physically together. And I've been sitting in Colby 302 most mornings listening to chapel. And that congregation of people physically together, it's important that we start our day that way. I can't wait till we're filled here. But to speak from this podium, whether it's to a small group or to a dispersed group throughout Zoom or throughout the campus, it's really important that people, students especially, speak from this podium. It's not only a bully pulpit where we get to share our values. It's not only a bully pulpit where we get to set things right when things have gone off the rails. But it's a chance to advocate for things that you think are important. Your values, your opinions, your issues. We've seen Sierra do that. We've seen other people do that from this podium. And it's not only the adults, and it's not only the head of school, not only the administration who gets to speak from here. You get to speak. And I think public speaking for students especially is an important skill, because whether you're in front of a podium, in front of a big audience or small, whether it's in a discussion around a table, or whether it's in the halls of the legislature, advocating for your point of view, for what you think is important, your values, your issues, is something that you need to practice in order to get confidence. The students in my public speaking class didn't have to get up and speak in chapel. Not all of them will, but some of them will, and somebody had to go first. And so we have Claire Andre, who's going to speak today, and I'm going to turn the podium back over to Dr. Howell so she can introduce Clara. But please take the opportunity when you get it to get up on this stage and speak to the rest of us about what's important to you. Thank you.
So I am delighted to introduce our first student public speaker, Clara Andre, and she will be speaking about the Vermont dairy crisis. This is one of her issues. I'm very excited to hear about it. Please join me in welcoming Clara to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Clara, and I'm here to speak about the Vermont dairy crisis for my public speaking class. As you know, dairy is the national stamp given to Vermont, and we're home to many farms and products such as Ben & Jerry's ice cream, Cabot cheese, Kingdom Creamery, and more. Vermont System Research Collaborative states that dairy is the #1 in Vermont's agricultural sales since 1900, when dairy cows replaced sheep on Vermont's pastures. Dairy annually accounts for 70 to 80% of Vermont's agricultural sales, making it the #1 in the state, in the United States in its dependency on just one commodity. Although, in recent years, the dairy industry has experienced tremendous pressure to improve its negative environmental impact. Water quality is the biggest issue when farm runoff and phosphorus enters waterways. This causes annual algae blooms, degrading the water quality and aesthetics. Vermont is used as a model to other states for environmentally conscious actions, making solving this problem a top priority. Phosphorus control and improving farming methods have developed among the dairy community. However, the public demand for better water quality increases while the public's understanding of the issue decreases. Vermont Dairy Collaborative states an estimated 40% of phosphorus entering Lake Champlain is from agricultural. The current solutions to low water quality and phosphorus management require farms to install expensive nutrient management plans and practices which follow harsh regulatory oversight. However, many farmers do not have access to technical assistance to improve their profit and their environmental impact. This results in major losses of money and trust in the governing powers. Farmers are being left out to dry after incompliable regulations and rules are implemented. For example, all farms plant and grow fields for feed. This requires nutrient spreading. However, the regulations surrounding the ability to fertilize just one field are over 10 pages long, plus multiple soil tests, log sheets, equipment inspections, and more. Furthermore, soil testing costs are upwards of $1,000 each. Soil testing needs to take place multiple times throughout the year per spreading. It is required And there are extensive processes that need to take place, such as track of dates, methods, testing analysis, logging, which are difficult for farmers to keep up with while also maintaining their cows, milking schedules, staff, family, and barn management. The real problem lies where the education stops. Farmers are not aided in tracking the extensive and unneeded processes. If a mistake is made, they could suffer financial losses or completely shut down. This is not to say farmers are not capable of maintaining their fields plus their cows, however, the overall support is lacking. In 1997, there were upwards of 3,400 dairy farms in Vermont, but by 2007, it was recorded to have dropped to less than 1,200. At the same time, the demand for milk has rapidly increased and the pounds of milk produced. This decline in farms is seen because of the rapid increase of large corporations, which displaces small farms and create unnecessary and troublesome regulations. As explained earlier, extensive steps to fertilize a field were implemented to regulate larger farms such as Cabot cheese. However, it does not consider the smaller family farms who have lower acreage. An article from the USDA states the rate of structural change and other factors such as environmental regulation, land use, and contractual arrangements continue to pressure for further consolidation and structural change. These new changes pressure smaller farms out of business. Vermont Dairy Water Collaborative explains this problem further. National milk pricing policies have a huge effect on Vermont dairy farms. Milk prices often do not cover the cost of production. This pricing system drives farmers to either expand to take advantage of economies of scale or go out of business. The result is in farm consolidation and even larger and more intensive farms. We're losing the social capital from smaller farms, which diminishes our rural communities' health. Moreover, because farmers are so strapped for cash, it is challenging for them to keep farming as well and invest in water quality improvements. Overall, the recovery goals are working against the financial capacity of small farms. In 2018, to help improve these concerns, a small group of 22 dairy farmers gathered in the Vermont Dairy and Water Collaborative Group. Together, they gave some possible solutions to improving environmental impacts as well as supporting small farmers. Some ideas included building public support for providing farmers with technical help to teach about nutrient management plans at a low cost, and focusing on regulation outcomes rather than only practicing them. Small family farms should not fall under the same category for regulation as large corporations. To fix this problem, I intend that the state provides subsidies to farmers and a separate set of regulations for nutrient spreading and waste management. This would protect small family farms from financial failure and improve the environmental impact on a smaller scale. Along with the state powers, everyone in communities should do their part to support local farmers through buying their products, advocating for local business, and spreading awareness. Vermont dairy is an essential aspect of our communities and needs as much support as possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Clara, and thank you, Mr. Lovett. If I was a small farmer, I would want Clara advocating for me in the halls of the legislature. That was wonderful. So I'm so looking forward to, as you are, I know, the rest of this speaker series. There are some coming up on, I think, tomorrow, and most Mondays and Tuesdays from now until the end of the semester, and some Thursdays as well. So get excited. I know I am. Have a wonderful day, everybody.